No, we're talking about life in Ukraine. So I would like to introduce you my friends today, very special people to me, and I'm glad that you can meet them. So this is Josh, this is Beverly, this is little Angel Safi, and we would like to do some kind of an interview. They've been traveling a lot in the world, and it's not their first time in Ukraine. So I would like to ask a few questions, and we'll start from Beverly.
Okay.
So, what do you like about Ukraine?
I like that Ukraine is very beautiful, especially Western Ukraine.
Oh, yeah.
There's like mountains and hills, and you get to see the fields where people have like traditional haystacks, and it's just very nice. You can take walks through the forests and find fruit growing on the trees.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, Western Ukraine is really beautiful, especially mountainside. So many mountains to climb. Yeah. Josh, what about you?
I like the food, the people are nice, the nature. Some of the cities are very nice. I like Odessa a lot and Lviv. And just exploring the parks and the cultural things, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Safi, what about you? What do you like about
blini.
Ukraine? Oh, Safi likes blini.
With
Now you-
chocolate.
It's chocolate. Nice.
And I like playgrounds.
And playgrounds in Ukraine, of
Yes,
course.
there's lots of playgrounds in Ukraine. And Steffi always remembered that before.
Yeah, when she was 1 year old, right?
Too. And when we said, "Oh, where would you like to live?" she said, "I want to move to Ukraine because there are lots of playgrounds."
Playgrounds. What else is important for a child? Just a playground.
And toys.
And toys. Yes. Do you have special toys that you like from Ukraine? What kind? Do you remember
I like
them?
my baby doll.
Your baby doll? You bought it in Ukraine?
It was a gift.
It's a gift.
And I like this.
Oh, nice. Does this girl have a name?
Julia.
Julia.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's good to know.
Nice name.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you guys can share for how long you have been in Ukraine.
Well, this time it's been just over a year,
For a year.
and we lived in Ukraine. Steffi, sit down, please. We lived in Ukraine a little over a year before,
Yeah.
and then we visited a couple times for a month or more.
Mhm.
So we've been to Ukraine a few times.
A few times.
Yeah.
Kind of for a long time if you add up
Yeah.
all times together. Okay, so if you've been in Ukraine for some time already, you would probably have some experiences here, some good and bad experiences as foreign people. Well, tell us, where are you from first, I guess.
Steffi, gentle.
So we're from the United States, the West Coast.
The West Coast.
Mostly.
Yeah.
But we've lived in a lot of places. So we lived in Seattle, San Francisco, Massachusetts, New York City,
Yeah.
and then we moved to Ukraine. After Ukraine, we had lived in Egypt and back to Ukraine.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I remember that time.
So Steffi likes to say she's American, Ukrainian, Egyptian.
Such an experience for a
Alright.
little child. Yeah. Okay, so if you guys can remember any good experiences in Ukraine, what happened to you?
Maybe going to Uman.
Uman.
Yes,
Mhm.
we went to the garden there. It was really nice. Maybe taking the trains was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Doing different Friday night clubs.
Speaking clubs.
Speaking clubs with
For
our
Ukrainians?
schools. Yes.
Mhm.
And just talking to people, maybe meeting different people and seeing how their life was,
Mhm.
how they like it here.
Yeah, like people have invited us to their homes. We've got to eat with them and have like, real Ukrainian food. And just meeting people has been really, really fun and enjoyable.
Yeah.
I like
Seeing the
meet
different
people.
regions, the different cities, the different, culture within Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's really nice too.
Uma.
Woman is the best experience.
It was the first place that we went.
Yeah.
After we moved to Kyiv, then we went to Uman, so it holds
Yeah.
a special place in his heart.
Yes, in both our hearts, I think.
La 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 la.
And for Safi, I guess
What
too,
was
she
your
was
favorite?
still little kid.
What do you like about Ukraine? Like, that you get to do?
Ride my bike
Yeah.
Riding.
and go to fun centers.
Oh yeah.
Lots of activity centers.
And what about your kitty?
Do you like your Ukrainian kitty?
You have a cat, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Blueberry.
Blueberry. Blueberry the Bengal.
And Sophie also gets to go to her circus studio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She likes to do that, where she's learning acrobatics and stretching, and
Maybe one day you can show a move of yours.
Yeah.
Juggling or unicycle.
She hasn't done unicycle.
Oh, not yet.
Well, one time we'll go with a camera to record Safi and share with you guys if she will not mind.
Yes, that would be fun.
Yeah, and Safi named Blueberry, which translation is like in Ukrainian it means черника. It's traditional berry that grows in Ukraine. So Blueberry, everybody who hears that name, they're like, oh, черничка, черничка. So he's Ukrainian cat,
Yes.
Ukrainian American cat. Okay, he's what?
He's
You're old.
no.
1 year old.
Well, yes.
Yeah, he
1 year
just
old.
turned 1 year
At a
old.
birthday
He's-
party, remember?
He's from Kyiv. He's Kievish.
Okay, okay.
He's a
So our
cute
cat is
kitty.
Kyievlyanin
Cute
originally.
Kyiv.
Kitty. Cute
Yeah.
kitty.
And now he is Dniepryanin because he lives in Dnipro.
Mm.
Yeah. Did you have any bad experiences in Ukraine?
Well, this one I know we always like to laugh about, but and Sophie will probably agree. Not all toilets are really what we would like them to be.
No,
Yes.
no, it's coronavirus.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. COVID.
That's true.
It's
That's
locked
true.
down.
Okay. Yes, but that's
the
everywhere.
COVID. Mm-hmm.
Even if there isn't lockdown, you still have to deal with Ukrainian toilets.
That's true.
And more
The
and more.
mask helps it not stink, though.
Yes.
Yeah, that
I
helps.
do that.
That's the only
A
thing
life
I
hack.
like about masks.
Mask is a life hack.
Don't be
to
a Karen.
prevent yourself from a stinky air in toilets. In some toilets.
Like
But it's-
outhouses.
It's not so bad. There's a lot of squat toilets. They're not so bad. It's when you have to use like the latrines, maybe somewhere in a village.
Yeah.
At you
The
know,
bush.
well,
Or behind
that
the
might
bush,
even be
yeah.
better than the latrines. Or there's just no privacy. You just kind of get used to that. I
There's
guess.
like a babushka watching you.
Not watching you.
Like an old lady who collects the money.
Yes, it gives you that
One
evil
time
eye
I
when
did,
you
yeah,
watch
I
it.
got in trouble because most places you have to pay, like if you're out and it's a public restroom, you have to pay maybe like 3 or 5 grivna to use the toilet. And in most places, because Safi's so small, even if I tried to pay for 2, they would just give me change. They would,
Yeah.
say 1 or whatever, it was okay. And so we were at a bus stop, and I only took enough for 1 because we were going together, and she was the person who takes the money and cleans the bathrooms, she was very upset at me. Not that I understood everything she said, of course, but she was very upset at me saying there's 2, and so I was
How
like,
did she know
okay.
you both had to go? Maybe only she had to go. Maybe only you had to go.
We were the only ones in there. And I
Was
guess
she watching?
You just said they do, but I guess
No
she's paying
privacy.
attention. Yeah, no privacy.
Was it on the way out she was angry?
Yes.
Oh, so she probably heard the
Yes.
double tinkle.
Okay, yeah. So sit up, please.
Help,
Sophie, you can go if you want.
Kind of weird.
Are you done? Okay. So that's one thing. Some people, if you're, it's good to learn to speak the language. I would definitely recommend learning, some important phrases, numbers.
Yeah.
Things
Atin,
like that.
dva. Do you know the
I
others?
know that.
Oh,
Three, четыре.
can you tell our
Just
friends
Восемь,
some
девять,
numbers?
10.
10.
You
Good
said
job.
3.
Yeah, 3.
3.
3.
But sometimes maybe you start speaking in Russian or Ukrainian,
Yeah.
and then they expect you to know a lot more than you do, and some people get angry if you don't understand.
Yeah.
But most people, they just realize, okay, you're a foreigner, and they just try to, do what they can and communicate in other ways. Most people are very patient with us, actually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
That's
and then you've been saying then in Kiev people understand more than in Dnipro, right?
I think in Kiev people are used to more foreigners, and I don't know, like you said, they're from more places in Ukraine, so
Yeah.
there's more people coming from different places. Maybe they travel more, I don't know.
Yeah.
So they're a little more knowledgeable about English and different things.
Sophie, do you remember any bad experience that happened with you in Ukraine? We can think of it.
Yeah.
Maybe Josh can also share.
Maybe. It's hard to think of bad.
Marshrutka driver? No?
No, not so much.
How about
Sometimes
Linda driving in a car?
No, not bad, just scary maybe.
So some drivers are a little
Yeah,
crazy,
some-
but that's everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have been yelled at by marshrutka drivers
Yeah.
before.
And now you guys, what does it mean?
I know.
Marshrutka.
I
It's
know.
a local bus.
What do you know?
Yeah? You
My
remember
cut.
it?
You're what?
My cut.
We had a little bit of a scary experience.
Oh, yeah,
Steffi tripped when she was running on the sidewalk because a lot of the sidewalks aren't very smooth. They're working on them. They're getting a lot more.
Your
I think
scooter broke.
They're getting better. And she
Your old
tripped and
scooter,
she
remember?
fell
Yeah.
and she cut her hand on
blue
a
one.
rock. And then we realized we don't even know where to take her.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know, a place to go. Like, do you go to an emergency room? Do you just go to the hospital? Do you find a clinic nearby? Like, what do you do? And so, thankfully, the office manager at the school where we teach English,
Sophie,
so you can go play if you'd like.
Go play with Blueberry.
I'm Blueberry. We were able to message her. Yeah, you can go do that. See you later, Sophie.
Thank you, Sophie, for your interview with us.
And she's back. So we were able to message the office manager that helps us, and she gave us a suggestion of where we could go. But then I took a look at her cut again, and we decided we would try to treat it at home first, and it was okay. But at least then we knew where we could go.
Sophie still has a little spot, a little mark.
I didn't get stitches though.
That's probably why you have a scar.
Well, you'll survive.
Yeah,
I guess.
and it can happen
good.
anywhere.
That's good. That's good. Well, guys, if you're watching this video and you've been in Ukraine or you're planning to go to Ukraine, especially